All right, this is a prayer written by Panabab Bianoon in the back of the Patarak concentration. Namus U Shalil Amun-Rayay, prayer of Amun-Rayay. Nuk Saduk be Amun-Rayay, Wu Nabab, Mo Maruhu. I trust by way of Amun-Rayay and his master teachers, Wu Mariat Hu and his papari, Wu Manzar Hu Li Panan Zaman, Wu Wakwat, Panabab Yanun, and his warner for this day and time, the master, Yanun, Kalel Amada, Athir Li Amun-Rayay, Najor Shalel Pa Patat Wu Pataha. All praises are for Amun-Rayay, overseer of the heaven and the earth. Anuki Nuwapu, I am Nuwapian. All right? Now, that first spiritual experience.
I have one.
Very good.
Earlier today when I got up, I had to go to the store to grab some things. And I didn't have my phone, unfortunately. But the sun was facing south.
Okay. Instead of facing east or west?
Correct.
Very good. And what do you attribute that to?
Dimensional shift, another dimension.
That's right. There are going to be three suns here eventually. Or anyway, where you all are going. Very good. Anybody else? Thank you. Anybody else with a spiritual experience?
I have one beside.
A moon.
Very good. Go ahead. Spiritual experience.
It was one day. Was it? Oh, okay. Who's gonna go? You can go ahead, bro. You can go ahead. I'll wait.
No, I would just want to say that I really enjoy when you move in the stars and the moon every night. Me and my sons, it'd be amazing the thing that take place. I love in the skies and how it look different and everything is moving without even us communicating. And I think that's amazing. I definitely know you are who you say you are.
It's definitely me. And I'm doing that for the sake of people. Right?
Right.
And I'm trying to prove to people that it's really me and I'm here and I'm back for them. But there are some that are so entangled inside of false beliefs or trying to deify people and follow different doctrines and concepts, and most of all, rather than searching for the truth, what they're looking for is confirmation of their already preconceived erroneous beliefs, weak beliefs, right? So that's why I do that every night until further notice. Go ahead, Anuka.
Yes, this is Anuka, and I too like my experience of having the Messiah having taught me how to move the celestial objects, and I move the moon and the stars on nights that are clear enough for me to see. And last night was another experience. The moon was big and bright and beautiful, and I was able to move it and a star. I did the moon and the star last night. So let me attest that this is real, it is true, and I enjoy every moment of it. Thank you.
I love you. And there are many. How many of you here have moved celestial objects, stars and moons, etc.?
I have this.
How many? I follow you. So more people have than not, you see, so that's my point. But there are some people that are still thinking very backwards, like Barney Rubble and Kim. You know, I had a sister on Telegram, and she was espousing all this scientific jargon about, I don't know, E equals MC squared and gravity and all the reasons why it was impossible that a mortal couldn't move the moon. And it tickled me. Well, I just measured the back and I said, first off, sister, I'm not a mortal. You got that wrong. You know, but now the point of the matter is, but even deeper than that, whatever you want to call me, you know, I don't claim to be, whatever you want to call me is all right. But when you say, I can't move the moon, I'll tell you what you do. Go out at 10:30 at night and watch me move it. Now run tell that.
That's right.
I can't move it, but it's
That's
moving.
right.
How about that? Yeah.
The soul lives.
That's correct.
I know. All right. Extra human function. I can tell y'all, I connected the dots on some things lately, right? I told you all a while back that I had a very powerful vision, that I saw myself in the coffin. I was stretched out, and there was a chair at the foot of my coffin. It was the angel Gabriel, but it was me. Or my spiritual body, etheric body, was sitting at the foot of my coffin, and I saw myself from the back, you know, but I knew it was me. You follow me? Like you'd know yourself in the back. But like I say, I wasn't solid like the being in the box there. But I knew by my age I was not the same. I was younger than I am now, and I had on a suit, the exact suit that I have in the closet. But I felt some kind of way about it, so I had Hotep and Anukas take that suit and give it to Goodwill. Yeah, that's right, Goodwill. And I don't know what that is, just a human silly thing, but I did it anyway because. But the point I'm trying to make is this: somebody asked me what that meant, and I told them I'm gonna be working on figuring it out. And what it is that if you go back to the scriptures in the Bible, for example, or the Holy Tablets, and you can see that Yahshua HaMashiach, or Jesus the Messiah, he met up with his cousin John the Baptist, who was his cousin, fathered by the angel Gabriel, his mother being Elizabeth, right? And Zachariah was his father. He was 6 months older than Jesus, but he was a very powerful prophet. And he was baptizing all the people in that area, in the Jordan River. And the Roman soldiers, the centurions, were all up on the levees and the hillsides in ranks. And they always came and they kept staring at John, waiting for him to make some kind of mistake so that they could arrest him by Pilate's orders, right? Because they were afraid of the attention and the people that were gravitating to him from all over. Well, anyway, the Messiah Jesus went to John, and he was baptized by him. And when John dipped me in the water, under the water, after a while, he went to pull me up, and he felt for me, and he couldn't find me. And he kept splashing around the water, he couldn't find me. The Roman soldiers, they felt that was their cue, so they rushed down and arrested John for the murder of the Messiah, Jesus, like he killed me. I'm his cousin, right? And that's when they took him to prison, and the girl Salome danced for Herod, and she demanded John the Baptist's head on a silver platter. You remember? But now, while I was under the water, there was a craft that came up over the Jordan, a sham, and a light being descended out of it. His name was Gabriel, the angel Gabriel. And at that time, people at that time, they didn't know how to describe an angelic being as a light being or a ball of light. So they described him as the only thing they knew that was white and flew. They called him a dove because it was white, light, and he was flying. But the angel Gabriel descended on me and ushered me real fast into the wilderness. Right? So I was ushered into the wilderness, and there's where I had my test at. And what have you. And I went through my trials. and all that. But now I was a spiritual being when I was ushered away because I had passed. When you taken up, like when I was taken up on 326:13 with Partner Babianoon, I was taken up like John in the spirit on the Lord's day. So in essence, my body had died, right? And I was at the age of, what was it? In 2013, I was 62. I was 62. The same age Muhammad was when he made his ascension, because he was born 832, and he made his ascension 630 at the age of 62. And I was born 1951, and in 2013 I was 62 years old. I made my ascension as it was in the beginning, so it should be in the end, the same time. But I fasted and I went all those days without food and water, and I you know, when I walked up to the Sea of Galilee to my disciples on the boat, that's when I walked on the water. But remember, I was in the spirit, so gravity didn't affect me. But that's what happened. Again, as it was in the beginning, these are repeats. These things keep coming around like deja vu. You know what I mean? And it's time for y'all to wake up and remember who you are and where you at. This is not your first rodeo. But when I was in that coffin, I had physically passed away, and that was my spiritual self sitting at the foot of the coffin. But I'm telling you, I'm trying to wake myself up and you all up in time. And about 5 or 6 days ago, when I gathered you all through the vortex and up into the soul plane, I was deciding who's going to make it to heaven and who's not. But let me see. Anybody have any questions about what I just... Yes, go ahead. Anybody have any...
I have a question.
Okay.
Was that kind of like astral projection? Like, I saw something.
No, it was different. It was completely different from astral projection. You follow me?
Okay. Could you explain astral projection? Because I want to know, like, I had a dream one time, right? And it was like a Hollywood party. And obviously it was just a bunch of white people. But in the dream, I saw Beyonce. But, like, when I was there, like, I felt like No, it was like I wasn't there, but, like...
You were an observer.
I was watching.
Right.
Right, I was an observer. Like, is that kind of like astral projecting?
That is
like,
it. That's like an OBE, or out-of-body experience. You had a conscious shift. Now, the difference between that OBE and death is this. They're both the same in that every night your spirit raises up your spinal column, that's Jacob's ladder, past your seven heavens, seats, chakras, planes, however you describe them, and go to the crown mold at the top of your head. And the ball of light, which is the spiritual essence of you, that he created your sonically a black blood, past that shape, blew his breath into your nostrils, and thus you became a living soul. That light is the breath that he merely shared and you became by way, W-A-H-Y, or inspiration, you know. And that ball of light raises up to the temple, again, not a building, but the place on the side of your head next to your ears, and it goes to the mouth of that etheric tube, which is the thin, transparent, hollow tube about the diameter of a thread, like a cobweb, and it raises up in vibration every night. And when it's wide enough to accommodate that light, the real essence of you, the spiritual light, travels out of your head and starts going into that etheric tunnel. And that's what people in near-death experiences describe as going through a tunnel. And then when you have out and have in again, the people with a third eye, a spiritual eye open, you look like Jesus or Mary with the light around your head, because that light is half out of your head and half inside. So it looks like you're wearing a lighted crown. But when you travel all the way out your head and go into the etheric tube, and then where every attention goes, energy flows. And if you think about Hollywood or Beyonce or anything, you're suddenly there. You understand what I mean, Jasmine? Amun? You're automatically there like you were. you were thinking about that for whatever. You might have saw something on television or YouTube, but you were drawn to that scene. And then you feel like you're flying and floating, and what you think is a dream is astral flight, right? Or OBE. And when you get through with all your experiences, going to different people in different places, then you slide back down that tube and pop back into your head to reanimate your flesh. In other words, you wake up, in the morning and start another day. After you recalibrate and try to remember, I'm Jasmine and I drive a truck and I got to go to work and it's this time and that. You have to. Sometimes we even look at the urine in the water when we go to the bathroom and confusion, like trying to figure out, where you at. You wake up sometime and you don't know what's real, that world or this one. But when you let that light go all the way back down to your spinal column, get properly reseated in the solar plexus, by energy, it can trigger. It shoots that electric charges to muscle fibers all through your body at exact and precise amounts and ways to trigger, movement, like to make muscles contract and expand so you can move fingers and hands and eventually toes and feet so you can stand up and operate that body again. Now, the difference between death, or what I'm talking about, everything is identical and leaving the body, all that, except that the elders come like they do at birth with the umbilical cord, and they cut the etheric cord. You follow me, Jasmine? And then you can't re-enter the body. You become a free spirit. And that spirit is where the body gets its light and heat. You follow me? So that the flesh becomes cold, even before rigor sets in, right? And there's no vital signs, no pulse, no breathing, this, that, and the other, and you're pronounced dead. Physically, you're dead, but you're spiritually alive, very much so alive, right? And that's what happened to me, right? I was taken up, and then I was invited up on the board. I was on the craft with Malachi. To give you all a little more detail about, well, I have other things I want to share with you, too. But is that clear to you, gentlemen? If not, just turn the question another way, and I'll try to approach it from another direction.
So is
I got you.
Is that basically just like when I'm dreaming? I understand OBEs, but like.
No, it's a lot more than just a dream. It's astral. It's projection. It means that your consciousness is actually leaving the physical form, raising up in vibration, and traveling. For example, when you astral project, it seems a lot realer than it does in just a dream. You follow me? So when you were at that Hollywood gathering, did it seem very real to you? If not, then it was just a dream. Go ahead.
See, because I'm thinking about like other dreams. I think the only reason why I'm like kind of like half on that is because like I wasn't like there like interacting with anyone.
I follow you.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm often like that. Like I'm up a little bit higher looking down into it. Right.
Right. It was just like, it was like, there's some dreams where like, I've seen like a war starting and stuff like that, but I never was like. I saw a Civil War scene with
my son one time between the Confederacy and the Union Army. Yeah.
Yeah, like I've seen where like, I said it before, like it was like, I feel like it was kind of like now, like I feel like one dream I had, it was maybe like the astral projecting example, because it was like I wasn't like physically there, but like I saw.
Well, you're never physically there, even if it's a dream. It's not physical.
Right. I like was observing and seeing like everybody like super happy that like they won, like the people won, and then like Donald Trump like lost and stuff like that. So
that was recent.
Yeah, that was like, it was, a couple of
hurry tomorrow. Hurry tomorrow.
Right. Okay.
Well, it's prophesied that in the end times, Your old men would dream dreams. Your young men would see visions, and your children will prophesy. So I would consider you a young lady, you see?
Oh, so basically, like, I'm thinking, like, astral projection was kind of like the visions I was seeing. Okay.
Exactly. That's right.
Oh, okay then.
Right.
And I understand.
Yeah, but that's a good thing. It's that time you know, you're waking up. Go ahead.
Yes. Pertaining to what you just said, is there a difference between, or what is the difference between daydreaming and meditation?
There's not a lot of difference. Please mute your phone. Except that in meditation, you're focusing. You have a particular focus. Like, for example, there was a period I was sending out in all packages. I was sending you all candles. Remember that? Artificial candles, because I didn't want you burning candles at night and something happened. But I was sending you all lifelike. They look real, but candles, so that you can turn the candle on. I'm looking at one of them right now. And that blaze, you can study that blaze. You can do this while you're awake. Let's see, meditation is something that you do when you're awake, right? And so, but you just got to be in a peaceful and quiet place, a spiritual, meditative place, and you light that candle, and then you stare at the blaze and you study it. Look at the blaze and see how it turns colors and how it flickers, and wonder in your mind, how is it flickering since all the doors and windows are closed, there's no wind, and you just put all of your focus into that blaze on the tip of the candle. Now, a real master knows how to empty his or her mind, right? And stop thinking about things in the world and just disconnect from the physical illusion. You follow? But what meditation is a practice leaning towards that'll teach you at least how to narrow your focus. Rather than thinking about everything around you, to just narrow it down to just that one little flickering flame there. You follow what I mean? And all the rest of your mind is not occupied, so it'll be free for you to start receiving messages from the Most High. Which is the difference between prayer and meditation, is that in prayer you're constantly talking to the Creator. And now, to me, I think we should consider the fact that we all believe that the Most High knows everything. So what is it you're asking for and telling Him in prayer that He doesn't already know? You follow me? So meditation is better than prayer. You follow me? And then what happens is when your mind is still, you can listen reverently to the voice of the Most High talking to you. But what happens with people, religious-minded, is they're so busy talking to the Creator, they can't listen. That's why you have to practice with your third eye. You know, one of the meditations with your third eye is to imagine a ball of light about the size of a basketball, say 3 feet in front of you. And with your eyes open or closed, whichever is easiest for you, you just start mentally pulling that ball of light towards your forehead, towards your third eye area, slowly. And then start pulling it into your third eye until the whole ball of light is inside of you and is larger than your head. So it'll be like you have an aura all around your head, but that ball of light will be inside your head. What you're doing then is creating a sense of inflow, and using your feminine polarity to take something in rather than your masculine polarity, where you're always transmitting, you're always talking out. I just want to let you know how I feel. I'll make myself perfectly clear. You know, the masculine is always trying to project outward, but you have to use your feminine, reverse to your feminine polarity and learn how to take things in. And that's how you make contact with the Most High. Be still and listen and let Him talk to you. You follow what I mean? All right.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Question. I want to ask, although we are born, both of us, from the same man and woman, would we, or is it possible that we are from different star systems?
We are from different star systems. You definitely are. Mute your phone. we are from different star systems. And right now, a lot of you all that are seeing UFOs and what have you are seeing your ancestors coming to you in preparation of your journey back home. You follow me?
Sure.
Because in what you call the rapture, a lot of you will be taken up and taken to different worlds. Some will be taken to risk, you know. But there will be some of you that'll be elevated and still remain here on the new earth in order to cultivate it and raise the consciousness up for the people, you see?
Sure.
All right? Yeah. Okay, on a spiritual experience, I had one the other night, and I was inside my house, a 2-story house, and I could see through the roof that there was a brother, a kind of thin brother, that jumped off the peak of my roof to the roof of the house next door, and it had these terracotta shingles, and he was dancing like in the air, levitating, suspended in the air. He was making a lot of funny movement with his feet, you know, like them. I don't know how to explain it, but he was moving like he was dancing in the air with his feet. Then I saw another one, a second brother, jump over and do the same thing, but he was doing a different dance in the air. Now I don't even know how to interpret that. I don't know what that means, but just like the coffin, when I will eventually go into it and give y'all an answer. The thing is, after that, I was in a scene, and I was with other people, and they were Christians and earth people, mortals, and they asked me to prove I was the Messiah, and it was a full moon out, but it was cloudy. So many of you, how many of you have seen me open up the clouds before?
I have.
All right, well, in this spiritual experience, I opened up the clouds. Mute your phone. And when I opened it up, you can see the big full moon there. And I started making the moon go in a circle clockwise. Right? How many of you see me do that?
I have, Messiah.
I have.
That's right. And while it was going around in a circle clockwise, the moon turned into a big silver craft, a disc that was on its side. And I was looking at the top of it, a big silver UFO. Going around and around instead of the moon, a mechanical device. But I knew it was a craft, you know, but it was like stainless steel, very, very precise, which brings me to an experience I had many years ago, probably 20 years ago, when I thought it was God came to me. I don't know whether it was a vision or whatever, but this big hand, it was a colored man, it was a black man, this big hand had a kalamu, a pen in it, and it was paper there, and it was so bright and clear. This hand started drawing the sham, the crafts that Malachi had showed us about, with the whole, he started drawing it so fast and precise, it took my breath, how smart and accurate this, I knew that it had to be God. And then he finished that so quick, and it was perfect in every detail, real fast. Then he went to a map, it looked like a map, and he drew the California coastline. He drew California, Los Angeles, and he was doing it the same way, real fast and perfect. And I saw California break off and go into the water, and then I woke up. Yeah. But mute your phone. The president just came in with the static in the background. That's no different than one time I was in the spirit and I was flying over New Orleans. When I had moved here to Millersville, I was flying over New Orleans and I was wondering, because it was night and it was kind of misty in the air, and I was thinking while I was flying, how come I didn't feel chilly or whatever? And I realized it because I was in the spirit, I wasn't in my body. So I didn't feel no night chill. And I started flying over the Gulf of Mexico towards Louisiana, towards New Orleans, right? And I looked down in the Gulf of Mexico, and the water was brackish. It was all like muddy. It was real dirty, especially in a certain area, and it was spreading. That dirt-looking murky started spreading towards Texas and Florida and toward Louisiana, right? And I drew a picture of that and sent it to Malachi in Colorado. And then later on, what happened was that there's oil spill, what was it, Exxon oil spill, and I was looking at aerial photos of that oil spill, and that's what I saw that in advance. I saw that in advance, right? Yeah, it was in the Gulf of Mexico. So I'm trying to tell you all that when you have these experiences, don't just write them off as fantasy or dream and dismiss it. A lot of times the Most High is communicate. That's why I told Jasmine when she saw that war and Trump go down and all that, hurry tomorrow, because I want that to hurry up and happen. I know it will happen, but I want it to hurry, right? And I'm glad she shared that with us, because that's her higher self is revealing to her something that's coming to pass on these devils, and I love that, right? But anyway, right. Who else has a spiritual experience they'd like to share?
I have
one to start.
Yeah, I've been experiencing or seeing these numbers 9, 19, 01, or 09.
Can I just start
9/19 is my birthday, and I've been seeing those numbers for.
Your birthday is 9/19?
Yes.
Isn't that something? Yeah, because Khadija, the mother of 3 of my children, her birthday is on the 19th too. Yeah, 19th of May. And Khadija is the name of the woman that was my wife when I was Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that poisoned me. Right, and this one here was a demon too. But yeah, 919 are significant numbers. Those are my numbers. I am the 19th Imam after Mustafa Muhammad Al-Amin, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And above it, a 19. You know, when you go to the holy tablets, all the tablets, instruments of 19, and there's 19 chapters in the tablets. And the Quran is Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Over here, the 19 letters in the Tasbih. You know, it's 19 is our number. Oh, he was 219, your son, you lost the fight. Okay, yeah. But all these numbers are significant. In other words, a mastermind can read the universe in many ways. Even music is universal language. You know, like Charlie Parker, or who was that brother we was watching last night? But they can. Not Phil Johnson. I'm talking about the saxophone player. Anyway, the point I'm making is that mathematics, not Charlie Parker Douglas, but mathematics is a universal language as well. That's how Einstein and those mathematicians formulate a lot of things, you know, mathematical equations, you know, and a little bit of that abjad is that, you know, the number 24, for example, in short, is that there are 24 hours in a day, 24 chromosomes. You have the circumference of the Earth is rounded off to 24,000 miles. The Earth is 24 billion years old, and there were 24 elders. You know, I can go on and on, but the number 24 is just one example of the significance of abjad or numbers, right? So there are many, the universe and creation can be deciphered in many ways. Now, to a true master, he can come to earth and you can show him one blade of grass and he can tell you the whole history of the world. Through a blade of grass, he can read that. He'll know that it's green from photosynthesis, which means it's a bright star out there feeding its sunlight and soil conditions and elements, and you know he'll understand everything just through one blade of grass. That quick. Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Next question or spiritual experience?
I have a question.
No, I had a...
Okay. Go ahead, sister.
Yes, you know, Amun, about the Pharaoh having the open of the mouth ceremony. Is that you
the
were
sailors?
referring to?
Okay. Do I know about the what now?
the pharaohs, when they used to have the open of the mouth ceremony.
The what?
The opening of
The
the
pharaohs
mouth.
having the opening of the mouth ceremony.
With the yes, I do. I know about it. Mm-hmm.
The pharaohs, did they? Yes, they come back as in the same body, as opposed to the mortal.
Not necessarily the same body, because they leave in the spirit. You're talking about when they stand them up and kind of erect, and they point them at a certain star system at a certain time, and their spirit or soul leaves their body and goes back home. Yeah, they reincarnate again in another physical body, carnal body. A lot of people, if you look at the Pharaoh Tutut Amun, y'all call him Tutut Common, right? Tutut Amun. That was me also in the past. And when I show you a picture of myself and Tut side by side, the coloring and the facial features and the size of it, all that, we look very much similar, but it's not the exact same person, right? But the way that they reincarnate pharaohs is that the reason the Egyptians used to mummify them, right, and use those neutron salts and things to preserve their body, because in the mummies, their fingernails and hair still grow, so that's a sign there's life in them. So they come down and they take a cell out, and then they rejuvenate that cell like they did taking a cell out of the udder of the sheep Dottie and make a sheep just like her, and they reincarnate that cell, place it back into a viable womb of a special woman, right? And then the angel Gabriel will spark it and create a chimera with three parents. The angel Gabriel, the father, and the mother, right? And they'll so they can reincarnate Amun-Rayay back in the world, and they have. I'm talking to you. Yeah. It is me.
As opposed to, what I'm saying, as opposed to a mortal like us having a different avatar, how does it differ?
Well, it's almost the same as an avatar. Or Illamuttajazit is a better word for it, right? Like Father Babianu, if you read the Holy Tablets, there's a chapter in there about Melchizedek, right? But when you look at the picture, and he was gracious enough to give us the picture of him, he doesn't look anything like Dr. Malachi Zior, because it was the same spirit in a different body in every incarnation. Are you following me? Because he's not the angel Michael. He's a man that was chosen because the angel Michael, by the Most High, is seated firmly in his chest to deliver light messages to the world, like the Holy Tablets and all these things, and the mission of Malachi. Because if you listen to his classes, he'll tell you he himself is fascinated by this. He calls him this man Michael, how brilliant he is, because after he teaches the class, he goes back and he's fascinated by the information that's coming out of him. He can't believe it, right? Because the angel is seated firmly in his heart. Look in chapter 6, right? And read about Melchizedek, and you'll understand that we're the same spirit coming back in different physical forms, right? All right, you got to meet somebody. You got static on the phone. Keeping the line open. Don't do that. The person with the line open, please mute your phone. Next experience or question, please. Any more questions?
What planet?
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, what planet were the Anunnaki originally from?
Okay, the Anunnaki. They're different from the Draconians. That's what. Okay, the Anunnaki are from the planet, the starship Planet X, Markeva, the movable throne, Rilo 7, right? But there's some controversy as to the Anunnaki and Riskians being from the planet Risk. But the Riskians, their home planet is Risk, and evidently there were some Draconians that were invited into the system because of the loss of their homeland. and they gave them one of the three continents there, Zarakina, because they were water beings, basically. And the Anunnaki, after the Charnoush went to the planet Pluto and dug up the oil plutonium and let loose of a plutonium bomb in the atmosphere of risk, allowing the tri-solar system to beat down ultraviolet rays on the surface, making it impossible to live there, that the majority of them went underground or either took refuge in other planets, and they escaped on the Nibiru and went to different star systems like Orion, right? And even Earth. But the Anunnaki are a different species, and what it is when you have beings on the planet X or Nibiru, Anu, right? The Most High, he sent down a lot of extraterrestrial beings, Amun, in shams, right? With 50 passengers each to the planet Earth. And at that time, they called Earth Ki. Mother Earth was Ki. Tiamat, Tiwawat, Ki was one of the names. And Anunnaki was an event, really, not a race. You follow me? It was an event of beings that Anu sent to Earth in 50s. You follow? Are you with me?
Sure. A phone messing up, Amun. She just texted me.
Okay, well, you know what to tell her. You know how to repeat what I said.
Yeah.
All right. Keith, are you there? All right, next question.
I have a question.
I'll do my best.
I know that Ilium is heaven, but is hell a real place too?
Is there what now?
Is hell a real place?
Heaven and hell, well, they call Sheol hell underground, but that's not hell. Heaven and hell, son, are not places at all. They're conditions, only perceived by those in it. It's stated that the people in heaven and hell will be able to speak to each other openly every day, for example, walking the surface of the earth. It's just that the people in hell can't sense the bliss of paradise, nor can the people in hell sense the roaring of in heaven sense the roaring of the flames in hell, because these are only conditions, right? An example is the holy prophet delivered a sermon to a multitude of people on the mount one day, when he told them if they followed the scriptures, they would in essence be their guide back to paradise. And the devil sidestepped him to cast confusion and doubt and said real loud, well, where's hell then? That don't leave much room, right? Because heaven is supposed to be, it extends over the whole of the heavens and the earth. And the people started walking off, grumbling, say, that devil got a point, If heaven is everywhere, then where would it? Because I've been in hell before on earth, and the holy man told us to stop just a minute. And he hit them with this. He said, very seriously, where does the day go when the night comes? Which was to explain that the building you in right now, son, is in darkness, right?
Right.
And if left standing long enough in the same place, it'll eventually be in daylight, right?
Right.
But day and night are two physical poles under two opposites. They can't exist in the same place, right?
Exactly.
No, they can exist in the same place, but not at the same time. Heaven and hell are like day and night, right? In the same place, but not at the same time. You can be in your bed on that pillow and have a toothache, and you can be in hell. You can be in that same bed on that pillow and with your mate and be in a heavenly situation, right? All this simplified. You got a mouth, one mouth. You can tell the truth from that place and a lie from that same place, right?
Right.
But I'd be damned if you can tell the truth and a lie at the same what? You can't tell at the same time. You see it?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too. I found out about you.
Go ahead.
I found out about you a couple of weeks ago.
Okay, wait a minute. Somebody got to mute their phone so the brother can talk. Did you get your package yet, Aaron? Walter.
I'm here, Amun. I didn't get mine yet.
Walter, did you get a package yet? I mean,
I'm here,
Aaron.
Amun. I didn't get mine.
Okay, Aaron, did you get yours in Chicago? Huh?
It's in South Highland, but it's not. It hasn't been delivered yet.
Oh, okay, all right.
At the post office.
All right, I hear. It's at the post office. Okay. Somebody had a question. Somebody else? Okay.
Hello.
Yes. Your question is? Somebody had another question, right?
I have a question, Amun.
Yeah. Very good. And your question is?
My question is, in the multiverses or the parallel universes, is the dimensional shift happening there also? And is there a version of you there and all of us in those same
There's a version
universes?
of all of us. In other words, every one of us have an exact duplicate somewhere in existence, right? Somewhere in existence, we all have an exact duplicate. They know that. That's why they have a quantum theory. If you spin a molecule or atom here, that I don't know how many light years away, but there's another atom that's spinning exactly the same way in the opposite direction. You follow me?
Sure.
So yes, we have duplicates. You all right with that?
So I guess my question is, do changes or variations exist? Like if we're following you now in this particular space or this universe, does that mean in all of them that exist, the same thing is repeating or not necessarily so?
Not necessarily the same thing, because there are universes that you don't occupy. There are existences that you and I are not in, that you are not in, that you're not in, right? For example, you all have 7 duplicates, clones, and we have 9 clones each. There was a lot of times that the angel Michael wasn't in Malachite on the 4th plane because he spent a lot of time on the 5th plane behind the curtains talking to me. You follow?
Sure.
So you're not everywhere all the time, you know, in the sense of biblical Lawrence, Amun, you know, that personage.
Amun?
Yes?
When you bring up the clones, I always think to myself, like, is it possible for your clone to reach, like, certain heights of spirituality and consciousness? Like, I've heard you be like, it's up to you to figure out, like, if you're one of those clones. But, like, can the clones be amongst us? Like,
no.
You know what I mean? You get what
No.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what
the clones are duplicates of you in the physical, only for one reason, for replacement body parts. Because you're so valuable to us, we got those there so that if you get in a car accident and you need a organ transplant, we'll remove that organ from one of your clones. Are you following me?
Yeah, I follow.
All right.
So everybody here is like the real, that's like the authentic.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, not necessarily. Some of the people here could be the clone, one of the clones.
Right. That's what I was trying to say. Like, it's
right. Some could be one of the clones, but you can distinguish them in that the clone is always arrogant. They think they know everything, and they're accident prone.
Yeah.
You know, but the clone thinks he knows or she knows everything. They're very arrogant. You know what I mean? But they clumsy. They drop and bump and break into things frequently. Other than that, you can't really tell the difference between the original and the clone.
Okay.
Right?
I mean, I have a question on the planes.
Very good.
If one of the clones dies, do they get replaced?
Well, they don't have to get, because that's the reason you got 7 of them. You follow me? In the event that something happens to one of them, you have more. You have reserve clones.
Oh, okay. So it's repeating. Okay.
Yes, right. Right. Because if 7 clones get killed, that's not accident. Somebody said it. That was a plan. But your clone is so much like you. In other words, it's exactly like you physically. For example, if you have a twin sister and you have a kidney transplant, you'll have to take antibiotics, a regimen of them constantly to keep your body from rejecting that because even an identical twin sister, her kidney would be rejected by your body, you hear me? And your antibodies would attack and destroy the kidney. But if you had a transplant from your clone, your antibodies wouldn't attack it. That's the difference.
Okay.
Right? Sure. Next question.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I found out about you a couple of weeks ago, and you cleared up a lot of confusion.
You got to speak up a lot louder, son. Please.
I found out about you a couple of weeks ago, and you cleared up a lot of confusion that I had because there's 2 other individuals claiming that they're the real Messiah.
Oh, yeah. I'll follow you. And they will do that. You know, they will claim to be the real Messiah. But you'll be able to tell, you can tell the real thing. Right.
Right.
For example, I had a brother on Telegram, and he messaged me. He said, "Yeah, Amun-Rayay, I saw you move the moon, but I'm a student of Father Bad Noon, and I only believe in him." Right? And I said, "Oh." He said,
"Oh wow.
Now to make me fully a believer in you, I need you to make a UFO craft manifest in front of me, and they take me up to another planet and then bring me back to Earth, and then I'll believe." I said to myself, "Well, you going to be to hell, son." You know, because I'm going to tell you the truth. Malachi didn't even, Father Noon didn't even move no moon for you. Stop lying, nigga. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you're demanding all this of me. You crazy.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? The Most High said of the disbelievers, the fallen angels, if he were to bring down all the heavens and layers, they would call it nothing but piled up clouds and scoff and walk off.
Right. Because the man said he was Amun-Rayay.
They were coming from my neck on Telegram when I told them that you were moving the moon.
Say it again now.
No, I'm just talking team sports. Amun, I said they were coming from my neck when I told them that you can move the moon, that you moved the moon for me on Telegram. Like, well, let
them come for it. Let them come for it.
That's what I said.
That's your truth. Look, I'm going to tell you something.
Anuk's post.
You know what you tell them? Tell them, say, look,
I know.
If y'all got good sense, I'm glad I'm crazy.
Right?
That's right. If all you niggas got good sense, I'm glad I'm crazy. So you think I'm a grown man coming here telling a big goddamn whopper like that to y'all? What do I get for that?
I'm telling you, I saw Anukis make a post, so I backed her up on the post she made.
I saw it too, and I love y'all.
Like, yeah.
But you know what you need to tell them that right now while I'm doing it, tell them say stop all that talking and gum bumping, and at 10:30 tonight step outside and look up at the moon, nigga. He moves it every night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at 10:30. He does it. He moves the moon and the stars and Orion, and sometimes the whole universe.
Yeah, because the man I was watching, he claimed he was Amun-Rayay.
I'm backing you up.
I love you. That's right. I love you. That's right.
Yeah.
That's why you're here to bear witness, to testify.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, we all bear witness to the truth. That's why they call us the truth tellers. That's right.
Sure.
But I tell you about fallen angels, black devils, you can't quench them, you can't satisfy them, because the more proof you give them, the more they're going to demand.
Exactly. Right. And all right away.
They're going to start talking about, if you pull a rabbit out my ass, I might believe it. You understand? Like, nigga, you being simple, nigga. You just, you a black devil. Go on away. Yeah. How about Malachi? I love Malachi more than you could ever possibly love him. But Malachi wasn't moving no moons for y'all and healing AIDS and cancer and doing all. Nigga, come on, get on way around here with that. Miss me with that. Yeah. I'm performing miracles like the Holy Tablet said, greater and more glorious than all the previous ones. In chapter 6, tablet 4, verse 181 through 83. 183. That's right.
Right. Because one of the dudes was saying that he was a Amun-Rayay and that he was the 13th elder named Quadison and that he was a real Messiah.
Oh, yeah, that little short, light-skinned nigga, that nigga the devil, period. I just sent you a class by him, and if you just listen to the class, man, your ears will bleed. That nigga, you know what he said? He said he gonna circumambulate all the penitentiaries. He gonna drive around the circle 7 times and make the walls fall down and release all the rapists and murderers. I said, that's your plan? That's your goal?
Wow.
You sound like Donald Trump trying to lock up all the righteous and set the criminals free. You sound like the devil.
That's right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
That's the devil.
That is the devil.
Dang.
Trying to release the demons on the planet and lock up all the righteous. Blowing their heads off innocent people. Yeah.
Autocracy.
Yes, what it is. Adolf Hitler. Let's narrow it even more.
That's right.
And there was another dude.
That's it, baby.
There was another dude saying he was Samanda Foon, and he was the 23rd elder.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you about Quadison. Do any of y'all know a white woman that channels named Jay-Z Knight? They call her Rompta. Have you ever heard of her? Write it down.
Yeah.
Rompta.
Yeah.
Sure. You said
Jay-Z Knight.
I've never heard of her.
Yeah, write it down. Rompta. Look it up on YouTube. Rompta, spiritual guide, YouTube. Rompta, Jay-Z Knight is channeling Quadison, Rama, the 11th elder. You follow me?
This is the same Rama that I heard Dr. York mention.
Yeah, same one.
Okay.
But you remember in the Injil where he spoke about that it was 29 of us that year, the opening, but many of them would be invisible, carrying out a very necessary job, right? Unseen.
That's right.
Well, that woman Jay-Z Knight is seen, but she's in disguise because Rama came in the body of a white woman, and you don't know it's him. Until she starts teaching and saying things like the black race are the supreme beings on the planet and always have been. And you know that's out of character for white people to talk like that.
That's right. Yeah.
Because he's inside of the talking.
Oh, that's a fact.
That's right. But Rompta is Rama. And he's one of those elders that are unseen, carrying out a very necessary job. Yeah. And I have a picture here. I have a picture here of Malachi in the Magaraj with a green light coming out of him, real big, strong green light. And there's a fellow sitting on the wall of the Magaraj with his back turned to the camera. It's the angel Gabriel, because I know him very good, even in the flesh. He used to be here, but he moved back to Philadelphia. City of brotherly love, right?
Imagine that.
Imagine it. He and I didn't get along very good, so we had to part ways. He wanted to come live with me, but he was just, he knew a lot, but it wasn't worth it. We had to part ways. Yeah. But I just wanted to show you that Malachi is real as far as healing too, with the green light. You can see it literally. So if anybody get a package next and want me to include that picture, I'll send you a copy of it. I have a picture of Malachi on Tamaray teaching and summoning up a lot of spirits up out the ground of Indians and a lot of people that had passed. I have a lot of different things that I just don't share with people, or haven't as yet. I sent out the post last time, and I had a lot of attachments on there, and I asked you all to watch it. Did everybody check out the attachments?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Who else? If you didn't, you need to go back and check out all those attachments.
You said this is an email?
Yes, I did. It was a post.
This is a recent email.
It was a post before this one here. Yeah, last Thursday I sent out a post to you, and it had a lot of attachments on it. On the bottom of the page, you can open them up and go view a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
All right.
I'll do that.
All right, old Danny. And everybody else that's serious. Any more questions?
You get the package I sent.
Say it again.
You get the package I sent you today.
Which package?
On CashApp.
Oh, no, I didn't check that yet. But I believe in you. You faithful, just like Sunrise and Jasmine. I believe in you all. A lot of people here that constantly support the mission. I believe in you all, and I love you, and I always send you special blessings and light. You hear me?
I appreciate it. Yes.
Not that I don't love everybody, but I have a special place in my heart for people that support the mission and post up and testify to the truth and try to help me raise 144,000, right?
Cool.
Because that's the mission, isn't it? But old Joy,
yes,
when you read the Holy Tablets in chapter, I think it is 18, the Most High says that he's speaking to me as Achman. He said, when you have successfully completed the duties of your mission, then you must work hard and prepare to return to your Rab, Amun. Right? So what is that saying?
Yeah.
He's saying, not if, but when you have successfully completed the duties of your mission, then you must work hard and prepare to return to your Rab, Amun.
Cool.
Yeah. That's like chapter, let me see, I think, what is that, chapter 13, chapter 18?
Chapter 13, verse, you just sent this email out, and I was reading that. I was going to ask you a question about it.
Okay, what's the question? But anybody, I sent those proofs out. I sent all that out because the sisters, Aunt and Keeper and Anukas, they did a lot of work and typed out all that stuff painstakingly in the Injil and the Holy Tablets, bless their soul. And I posted all that so people could read a lot of that evidence for themselves. So they can quit saying Amun said and know that the Most High is saying this. Elionel, although Asar and Keeper and them pointed out that when you go to chapter 6, tablet 5, I think it is, verse 81, it says that Elionel and Anu and Allah and Amun are the same one. But I can also take you to chapter 6 and show you in tablet 10, the mortals, that Akhmet is the three mems, like three commas, and go to chapter 6, tablet 14, and you can read where it'll tell you that Gabriel went up to meet the Most High, El-He, the life giver, and the Most High asked him to look deep into that light because he saw movement, and asked him, what did you see? Who is that? And he said, the three mems. And the Most High said, I am who I am. You follow me? I am the three mems. That's Akhmet in birth, Muhammad in prophecy, and Mahmud in the end. And then I directed some of them to go to the last picture in the Holy Tablets, where they could see Akhmet and Muhammad standing side by side, and out of the top of Muhammad's head, there comes a big vortex of light going up to the crystal city. And inside that vortex, you can see all the 144,000 and Sananda dressed in white. So that means that the picture is telling you, worth 1,000 words, that through Akhmet, Muhammad, y'all are going to be taken up to the crystal city, to heaven, dressed in white. And Anukas is taking orders for your gowns and robes right now. In other words, this is all unfolding in real time. I know it sounds wild, but it's really happening. But when you see me move the moon tonight at 10:30, or you do it yourself, you know it's not that wild after all, right?
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. It's really us, and we really back, and we really black. I'm sorry. Yes.
Chapter 13, tablet 16, verses 251 and 252. That's the one that you're quoting.
Okay, read it for me.
He, Ahmed, was one sent from Elion El as an apostle, reciting the purified pages, the holy tablets.
And caps and underline. Right, that's another one I sent them.
Right.
And I did that for the timeline because Elion El sent me to recite to you the purified pages, the holy tablets. And everybody thinking, well, that's Ahmed from before in 1800s, so Muhammad from 1400. Wrong, because the holy tablets only came out in 1997. So the Ahmed he's talking about is right here on the phone with you.
That's right.
Do the timeline. I know it's a lot of things are just hard to wrap your head around, but you're going to have to do it. If you don't believe I'm God, then you don't believe that's who you are.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And we'll have a problem, Houston. You see, we'll have a definite problem. That's the whole point of the matter, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next question.
Amun, are we supposed to realize who we are at the end of time, or would you tell us who we are?
Yeah, it's not the end of, at some point, every flower blooms in its own season, right? So you all will have self-realization, but all of you will come to awareness, conscious awareness at different times.
Okay.
But we're all on the same seer at the same path, headed in the same direction, right. I hope.
That's right. I got you.
That's
right. But is that to say that you or somebody else in class gonna wake up like epiphany, bing, at the same time, like an alarm clock? No. It's my job to wake you all up, and it's you all's job to bring the rest of them here to become awake, right?
Overstand.
You got to wake them up. You got to bring them to class. Any new people here tonight? Because if it's not, you're not doing your job. And if by any chance I don't get a post to you on a Thursday or a Sunday for class, then you have to create one. You got to get the post out. You got to make sure that you add links to the class instead of your own words, and then put down the times of the class on Thursdays and Sundays at 9:00 p.m. and all the phone numbers, right? Now, you got to put those down. Sure. Those things are not optional. You got to put down class links and class times. And you can add something if you want, but then put that post out all over the world and invite people to class so they can learn while we learn. Follow me?
Yes.
Because every class they miss, I want to say they're getting further behind, but they could be much further ahead. Am I right?
That's right.
That's right. So do unto your brothers and your sisters as you would they would do unto you. Wake them up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. No more backwards thinking. Time for thinking ahead. That's right. Next question.
I have a question, Masad.
I'll do my best.
I wanted to know what state was Earth in whenever Anshaw was ruling.
When Anshaw, huh?
Yes, sir. When Anshaw.
Oh, Anshaw. Okay. I know Anshaw, but make me remember Anshaw. Who was Anshaw? Somebody right quick.
That's Anu's father.
Anu.
No, Anu is not Anshaw. I know Keyshaw was his grandfather,
And new father.
I knew his grandfather. But you say when Anshaw was ruling, he was ruling on Earth?
No, I was asking what state was Earth in whenever Anshaw was ruling, had the throne.
I didn't know that he was ruling on Earth. Where'd you read that?
The Holy Tablets.
You did? Well, take your time and find it for us and bring us all into memory. You teaching right now, okay? Is that all right?
Okay.
Thank you. All right, next question.
I got another question.
Very good.
When it talks about one of the fallen angels being in the pit in the Holy Tablets, I don't think they use the name Simjaza, because it was in there when they were talking about all the stuff that they taught, taught the humans and stuff like that, and taught the women.
Yeah, you got 10 leaders of them. Simjaza is just the head of all of them. He's the biggest leader.
Right. So who was the one that went down to the pit and is going to stay there?
All of them going down to the pit to stay there, but I don't know which one you're talking about in particular.
Okay, I'll have to go back and look, and
and you can do it right now. Find it and bring it to me, and you can teach us something. Who was the fallen angel that went down to the pit and stayed? Right.
Yeah.
I know it was two here on Earth, Munkar and Nakir, that got seduced by a woman into drinking wine, and she was very beautiful, and they gave up secrets of heaven. And they were condemned. They had a choice to be condemned to either hell, or they could spend 1,000 years on a split upside down with their head over open flame and burning for 1,000 years, or go to hell forever. And they chose the fire, that fire pit, Munkar and Nakir, right? And those demons, they've been released now, but they spent a lot of time in the Pentagon. They have black skin, real black from being burnt by that fire, and blue eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, they got their picture in the Holy Tablets, no?
Yeah, they got them. Poor wretched, I feel sorry for them. That's a hell of a choice, right? You can go to hell forever, or choose being hung upside down over open flame for 1,000 years. What kind of choice is that? You understand?
So what did they choose?
Not a good one.
You can choose between suffering or sufferers.
That's a lose-lose both ways.
That's right. Heads I win, tails you lose. But I will say this, they are free. The 1,000 years is over. They are free now again. But I bet you they won't do that again. I know you ain't gonna do it no more, nigga. I know it. That's right. That shit burned into their mind. I know. Literally. It's made a strong impression on them. Yeah. Who else got a question here, family? Or a spiritual experience? I can't wait till 10:30 so we can move this moon for people. Because I promised them on Telegram a lot of places. Sure.
So my question.
I got a question.
What are we to be doing currently to prepare?
What should we be doing currently?
Yes, as to prepare what's to come, like daily. What should be our daily?
We should be making the journey within. We should be making the journey within, son. We should be reconnecting with our higher self, making the journey within. And I'll tell you how you can start on that. You can take your spiritual light and mentally draw it up your spinal column, straight up through your body, all the way up to the top of your head. and meditate, right? Pull your light up out of your vaginal and your gonads, all the way up your spine, all the way to the top into your brain, and keep doing that. And when your light is up there, it'll help you get in touch with your oversoul, your higher consciousness. That's just one exercise you can be doing right now, okay? And remember what I told you about reopening the third eye. Imagine that basketball-sized ball of light about 3 feet in diameter, and you draw it with your eyes open and closed into the third eye area to create a sense of inflow, right? So you can start receiving revelation from the Most High rather than transmitting with your masculine polarity. Keep talking to him about things he already knows. You follow? That's just two things you can do. You can do two things you can do. Or like I say, get a candle and stare at the blaze in a sanctuary of your creation and just stare at it and try to empty your mind. You know, and the main problem people have with meditation, they want quick results real fast, and if they don't, I meditated for 2 hours, 3 days in a row, and ain't nothing happened. Yeah, I imagine so. But you just do it in small increments. You meditate maybe 15 minutes, something that's reasonable, and just do it every day and be consistent. And slowly by slowly, things will start unfolding for you. All right? Okay. Next question. But this is what you see, my focus is not on trying to direct y'all to know God. I'm trying to reconnect you all with your own higher self. Because the big secret is that you all are God. And if you climb up on your own intellect, if you climb up on your own intellect and take the mask off the face of God, wonder of wonders, it's you, brother, sister.
That's right.
You follow me?
Follow.
So I was sent as a spiritual guide to help you reconnect with your higher self. Because religion, what their whole thing, their push was to convince people that God was somewhere up there and unproven in the clouds. And the way they did, what they did there is once you believe that, they separated you from your own divinity. Because you begging something up there that ain't even real to help you, and the helping hand you're looking for is on the end of your own arm. In other words, you a fish swimming in the water begging somebody for something to drink. That's why you thirsty. I'm thirsty. Please give me a glass of water. You know, the fish talking like that. Right. It's wild out here.
Oh,
whatever the devil did, he separated you from your own divinity. He wants you worshiping something other than to go outside yourself. And there is no outside. The kingdom of heaven is within you. I am in the love of all, and all love is in me. I'm a part of all, and all is a part of me. You follow me? It's all in you. If all is in you, what's outside of you? That's right.
Nothing.
That's right. So why do they want people looking outside? Yes, go ahead.
Yes, this is Marua. My left feet, yesterday, every time I try to lift it, it's like on the way going to work, I was okay at first. We had to do the gas for road.
Now, what did you say at first?
So when my left feet was in pain, like my heel.
Foot?
Yeah, my heel, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
And so I was on my way to get picked up down the street. I was okay at first, and then all of a sudden, it started getting real cold when I got to the boat. And somebody got so cold, and I was like, what is weather? Why did it change so fast? So as soon as it changed like that, my left leg, I was trying to lift it, and it was like every time I lift it, at the bottom it'll be pulling from my heel. It'll pull.
You see, I'll tell you, when you get real cold in a certain part of your body, Marora, there could be a sign of arthritis coming on. But what I'll do is I'll send some light to you tonight, my son. You hear me? You hear me?
From the 29th to 20, it was the 29th, the 30th, and 31st, I kept getting beam sounds in my left ear. at 7 o'clock, 7:24. 3 days in a row, it was all
That's
7.
that Abjad, those numbers.
Yeah.
7 is another number like that. For example, how many seeds do you have on Earth? I said how many seeds? The 7 seeds.
7 seeds.
How many continents on Earth?
7.
It's 7 continents. How many notes in the musical scale? 7. How many colors in the spectrum?
7.
7 colors. 7 primary.
How many days in the week?
7.
How many openings in the human body? You got 2 eyes. Okay, you got 2 eyes and 2 ears. So you got 2 ears and nostrils and a mouth. That's 5. And then you have 2 down below. You have 7 openings in the human body because eyes are not openings, they're orbs.
Yeah.
7 openings in the human body, right?
That's right.
Now 7.
Right, 7.
That's right. Now you know the significance of it. And Abjad, science, right. Science of numbers.
Thank you.
I love you.
So I wrapped it up with some enhancer wrap, and I was able to lift my leg up. The next day I could walk now. And when I went and bought some enhancer wrap, it's like an enhancer wrap, and like you just wrap it up, it stick by itself. You don't have to put the metal part on it. And I was like walking funny today until I put it on my feet, and on my foot. After I put it on my foot, I was able to walk.
Right.
Walk better. Like I can walk a lot better.
All right. Well, I'm gonna send you some light. You know I love you, Marora.
Yes, sir. We doing good. We got my place on the 16th of January, a day before my birthday. They surprised me and gave us a place.
I believe you.
I only have to pay $200 a month now.
That's
yes.
right.
So,
Happy
and you
birthday,
was in my
man.
dream. You was in my dream, telling me
I'm
come to
always
class. Like, yes.
I love you. I'm always with you. All right. It's 10:25. We need to go outside and perform some miracles now for all these unbelieving, all these fallen angels that think it's a joke. And I want some people, anybody new here to perform a miracle with us tonight? Who's going to move the moon with us tonight? Any new people here? Come on now, we got to be out there before 10:30. Because if I miss it by 1 minute, they're going to say I'm a lie, a fake, a phony, and we not for real.
Right.
You follow me? They're just waiting for an excuse to say it's not real because they don't want to believe it anyway. They don't want to know.
That's right. That's right.
Fallen angels, devils. There's none so blind as he who refuses to see. Who sees the moon outside right now?
I see it, Amun.
You see it? All right. I'm going to raise it up in the name of the Messiah. Amun. All right. Okay, Walt, tell us to raise it up in the name of Amun.
In the name of Amun-Rayay, raise up. Moving up.
Now tell it to move where you want it to move.
In the name of Amun-Rayay, move right. Moving right. In the name of Amun-Rayay, go in a clockwise position.
How about with your face in it, too? Clockwise with your face in it.
There it
Your
is.
mouth is talking.
It's moving.
Now you the man in the moon, son. See?
Got my
and
big
they say
nose
it's
in it
not
and
real.
everything.
And Negro say it's not real. We can need one more person to move the moon. Who else see it?
Thank you, Amun. I love you.
I love you more. Who else can see the moon?
See it in Covington, the moon.
You see it in Covington? All right.
Yeah.
What you gonna do with it?
In the name of moon, I want to move it to the left.
All right.
Moving to the left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Now what do you want to do?
In the name of move. In the name of move, Amun, move it to the right.
All right.
It got move it to the right. And I see the aura.
Right.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, I got a blue aura. Uh-huh.
What do you want to do? One more thing. What you want to do with it now?
In the name of moon, move it on up. Yeah. It's going up.
Yeah, it's going up. Yeah.
Moving up.
The moon is moving.
Getting brighter. Look at that.
It so is.
Yeah,
look
it
at
got brighter.
Look at
All right.
It's moving.
Now we'll make it go
Yeah,
clockwise
blue.
again.
Blue. Oh, there you go.
It's going clockwise.
Going clockwise.
There it
It's
is.
a blue
there
aura.
it goes.
I see a blue aura.
I see it.
Yeah, it's blue.
You know I love y'all, right?
That's right.
Is it 10:30 yet? Because I told them if I move it too early or too soon, they're going to be saying it didn't happen, right? But I love y'all. Please write testimonies. Please write your testimonies and support the mission in every way you can. And post up your posts everywhere. You can do that 7 days a week. Post up the posts. Get the people here. I love you all. Netia Authority. Amun-Rayay, pastor, servant to the 144,000.
It's 10:30 now.
Love you. 10:30.
All right.
10:30.
Okay, move up.
It's 10:30 now.
All right, move up in the name of Amun-Rayay.
It's going up fast.
Moving up. Yeah.
Moving up.
Moving up.
All right, now drop down the name of Amun-Rayay.
Bigger.
Drop it down.
Now move to the left, the name of the Messiah.
Going to the left. Moving left.
Going left.
I see your face.
Now move to the right in the name of Amun-Rayay.
Going to the right. It's moving. It's going back right. It's dancing.
That's my mind making it go up and down like that. Yeah. But now I'm going to move it clockwise, counterclockwise.
Oh, man. Yes.
It's going counterclockwise.
Look at that there. Yep, counterclockwise.
I love you all.
Counterclockwise.
I love y'all, and I'm glad we're getting back together. Wake them up.